walked around the house, and then walked in the front door.
It's like a 4-level back split.
Well, technically, it was. If you think of
sorry, bat split, not back
bat split. There you go.
Bat split.
That was a miss. You could have gotten it right on, but you had to go back to it there, Jay Leno. Like it.
I had
come on.
Yeah.
If you think Iron Man and the way that they depicted Iron Man's house in the movies, his mansion is supposed to be higher up, and then you come out of the bottom of it. Either depending on what version of it is. There's one that's it raises from the ground. There's another one where it comes through a waterfall. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the MCU versus the comic. Wait. I mean, at this point, it's its own thing, right?
We should start at 6:30, right?
No, we said 6.
Oh, well, I was off work at 6. So that was not possible.
You agreed to this while you were at work. What?
No, I thought 6. Are we 6 or 6:30 again? Up to you, but 6:30 is good if we can start before. Okay, I guess I didn't see the before 6 part. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Listen here, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
With your brown hood on.
No, it's more of a Anakin Skywalker thing he's got going on right now.
Are you Anakin-y?
I don't know why.
Are you Anakinning me?
Anakinning. You're Anakinning me.
I'm looking.
Rob's here. Hey, everybody, Rob's here.
I am looking forward to what's his face coming back to play Darth Vader again in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Oh, is it? It's cool.
Yeah, he is.
I don't.
What's his name again?
Hayden Christensen?
Yeah, Hayden Christensen. I felt like he got a raw deal. Like, he's a perfectly cromulent actor. I just feel like he got a raw deal from like the writers on that show or the movies.
Yeah, or the writer.
Yeah. I hate sand. It gets everywhere. Padme, why won't you love me?
The sand line is probably one of the most underrated lines in movie history. Like, it's poetry. I hate sand. It is like he's not talking about sand. He's talking about like people that exist around him. They irritate him and they bother him. That is the metaphysical conversation we're having here. It transcends mere annoyance at particles of dirt. It is.
You people are like dirt to me.
Have you ever considered a calling as an English teacher?
Me?
Yeah.
I took English and philosophy in university, so I guess I'm part of English.
Now, what does the color red make you feel like?
It makes me feel like the color red. It makes me feel, I don't know. It depends on the context. Troy, it's all about context.
Okay.
You can't just say color red. It has to be, what does it mean in this particular moment?
Don't you have like a master's or something like that in English or something along the lines?
Just a bachelor.
A bachelor's, okay. Just a bachelor's. Just a BA in English.
Just a BA. And philosophy.
People philosophize about English stuff.
It really has done nothing for my life other than I can say that I have it.
Can you speak English? It's done something. Barely. You're quite eloquent, sir. Like you can orate. I can't remember.
I love Oreos.
Orate.
That makes
orate with the best of them. Obviously, I can't. I don't have a degree in it.
Oreos are apparently addicted as cocaine.
Like
what?
What?
Yeah.
Oreos are cocaine? What?
They're as addictive as cocaine.
That seems legit to me. That seems real to me.
If you dip them in cocaine first, then yes.
Then that would make sense. You have golden Oreos.
You know, what is it? The Weird Al song. You know, the white stuff. You got the white stuff.
Oreo.
Yeah.
I think there was I don't remember where the university was, but they did a study on Oreos, and rats found Oreos as addictive as cocaine.
What's a rat, though?
Rats find cheese as addictive as cocaine. Like, rats find...
Okay, see, I find cheese more addictive than cocaine myself, but I can do without cocaine. I got no problem doing without cocaine. I can do without Oreo. I got no problem doing it without Oreo. You want to take away cheese from me? Never gonna fight. All right.
I mean, Keith doesn't need cocaine. I mean, he's literally gone hours without it right now.
Yeah, hour. Well, not hours. Maybe an hour. Yeah, like you guys have been doing this for a half hour at least. So, like,
no, the best Oreos though are the mint Oreos. Those are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll tide you over between Girl Guide cookie season when you get the actual like Thin Mints and you get like the Oreos in between, and that'll tide you over.
Yeah, I'm not a. Hey, they have what's the ice cream? Oh, Reed's Dairy up here has they're doing a Girl Guide like Thin Mint Girl Guide cookies, milkshakes and stuff like that, and whatever like toppings and stuff on their ice cream. Anyways, as a side note,
Reed's Dairy is?
Yeah.
Oh, I know where I'm going.
I love Reed's Dairy. It's so good. It's like one of the best ice creams ever. And Claire will walk in to get like me an ice cream, because you can only have like one person per car go in. So she usually goes in and gets the ice cream, and they're like, okay, so vanilla with that and with that, or what? Like they know who we are now, and roughly what our order is. So it's kind of funny. But I actually prefer the black and whites over the Thin Mints for Girl Guide cookies.
Black and whites.
Yeah.
I can't picture them off the top of my head because I usually get like the
chocolate vanilla.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't, most likely because I grew up on them. Like my mother used to be, she was like a snowy owl or something. She was a leader, like a higher up leader in the cult of, organization of Girl Guides. And
snowy owl. Sounds like a cartel nickname.
It does actually sound
cocaine.
Like
it's cocaine, right? It's snowy owl.
That makes sense.
Brown owl is heroin.
Is there any sort of like mythology behind like Girl Guides? Like the Cub Scouts. When I was part of the Cub Scouts, it's a whole like Rudyard Kipling Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Like you know the leader's a Kayla, so like the mother wolf, and like there's someone was Ka, something like that. The Hypno Snake. Anyways, I was Ka. And like, is there like a thing like that in
Guys?
Yeah.
No, from all I know about Girl Guides is that the guy who actually created Girl Guides back in like 1952, his wife was pissed off that there was nothing there for the girls, and then created Girl Guides off of it, and then gave it like as far as I'm aware, it's very, very loosely like Fae type base. That's why they have sprites, pixies, brownies, and stuff like that. But originally, I think that the whole thing was just that the Girl Guides, they wanted to have a female version of the Scouts. Girls weren't allowed in the Scouts, so they created Girl Guides for it, from what I'm aware of, at least.
So this would be like Robert Baton Powell's wife or something?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't know 100%. So we had something to tell us, but
that's the whole point of the show, Keith, is to say things that we assume are correct and are probably entirely incorrect. That is the raison d'etre of our this whole thing.
So Lord Baton Powell's wife Stephanie founded the Boy Scouts after one trip to Bolivia in 1986.
Yeah, that seems legit to me.
Yep, yeah. Stephanie Baton Powell, 1986.
First of all, it's Lady Stephanie Baton Powell. Like,
yeah, please. Hello. Come on now.
Actually, I think it was Lady Doctor. I think Lady Doctor. Lady Doctor 70.
Well, which is it, Lady Doctor?
She was it.
Lady Doctor.
She's a doctor of Christology, I believe.
Doctor of Good Learning.
Sorry, Christology?
I just made up a thing.
Ah.
She had her PhD in Yum. That's why they did the cookies.
Oh my lord! All right then. Well, that's
cookieology. Yeah, it's cookieology. I got the wrong ology.
Cookieology.
So we'll cut that whole section out.
Please do. There's things in the world which one should not talk about. I would say
nowhere good. No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, in a way, it is a shame that this whole. I mean, obviously, the Scouts in the U.S. especially they screwed up. They didn't have proper screening, and it's a shame because it's a good organization in many ways. I mean,
yeah.
So there's no like equivalent to cadets in the U.S. I think maybe like JROTC, but that's like its own little thing that's like a feeder for the military as opposed to like cadets. So like in the U.S. you have Boy Scouts and that's pretty much it. So I mean,
they have like Eagle Scouts and stuff like that though as well. Though,
that's all part of the same.
Oh, okay. I thought Eagle Scouts were different from Boy Scouts.
No, they're Boy Scouts. They're just like it's the highest rank you can get.
Okay.
But you know, like I went camping like every other, like at least, 8-9 times a year. I went on summer camps. It was relatively low cost. Learned the basic
I had to find time
survival,
I had to find time in Cub Scouts for the most part. Like, the reason I left Cub Scouts was because my mom was one of the leaders of the the local. She was helping out, volunteer kind of thing, and but she left because the husband of one of the Akela was aggressive and kind of abusive to the volunteers, and so she left because she didn't appreciate it. And I left about a month or so later in solidarity, basically, because I said I don't want to be part of an organization that treated my mom like that, so I left. So, but I did it all on my own. My mom was actually kind of surprised I left. She said, "You can say so go," and so that's why I left. So, like, I don't know. I can kind of, I don't think it's a necessary, you can't obviously paint with a broad brush. That would be horrible. But at the same time, there's accountability issues in the organization. And when you realize those things exist, you need to recognize that and fix it.
But I need to recount why I left again.
Were you caught eating a brownie?
No.
Yeah, this whole part needs to be cut out. To save everything.
There's no salvaging this one.
Sorry to interrupt this titillating conversation. This isn't a commercial break. We're not that big yet. No, we're going to make a small edit and remove some content that some people may find too risque. Wondering what it was? Don't worry. We're going to add it to a cutting room floor compilation that will be released later on. But for now, back to the action. Does it have... Is there, like, how... I've only ever known...
Really? You guys have been on the Masquerade talking about... You didn't have me here? This is great.
You weren't here. You decided that you didn't want to come. So...
Yeah, of course.
I've only ever known it as, like, LARPing. It's all I've ever known it as. And Tim's telling me that there's, like, a tabletop, like...
It started off as a tabletop game.
Yeah. Did it? Okay. I've only ever known it as LARPing. I just knew that, like... From you, like the group of people that I'm talking about there, and that's all I've ever known it as. I didn't know it as, and a video game. Sorry, I didn't know it as like a table-based game type of thing.
Yeah, no, I only ever. I actually have some of the books.
Really?
They're over there, and I can't get to them. But yeah,
like the guides or like the
So it's a lot of the main rule book. They came up with a new edition last year, or maybe 2 years ago now. And I have some of the books, and I have some of the source books. And yeah,
we should talk more about this, Rob.
Okay, I'm done with that.
Okay, I'm good with that. What we should do is...
Does this Dunning-Kruger become the vampire
podcast? Yeah. Vampire Kruger. The bloodsucker that knows everything. I think he knows everything. No, it would be interesting to do something... Get a free game. Get a free game that we can all get our hands on and play one game over... the video. The only game, horrible as it is, and it wouldn't be possible to actually do it over this type of medium. The only thing that I can think of is Secret Hitler, because it's a free game.
So we've gone from Boy Scout to Hitler.
I'm glad you mentioned this, because there's this I bought recently.
Micro RPG book?
Yeah. So ever heard of, there's a podcast called the One Shot Podcast?